This is my MLP Story Scrapbook. I painted the words on the front and side of the book with gold acrylic paint. And I glued 2 ruby hearts over the eyes to make it look pretty. I worked really hard on it for the past few years, and I will show you the inside of my book now. I used the same stencil I did for my friendship journal scrapbook. And here's the table of contents. My story scrapbook has 13 stories so far, and I painted the edges in all kinds of colors, just like I did in my friendship journal scrapbook. Here's chapter 1, The Two Sisters. I printed the pictures and words from online, and I glued them very carefully so I wouldn't get any smears on the pictures. This story is obviously from season 1 and season 1 and episode 1. Sorry, I got mixed up. I really like this story. Don't you? This picture is my favorite of the elements of harmony. It's so beautiful. And that's the end of chapter 1. Here's chapter 2, T-Rex Story. There's Starswirl the Bearded. And there are the 2 sisters talking to Scorpan. And here's chapter 3, The History of the Sirens. This story is from Equestria Girls, Rainbow Rocks. I really like this story because the sirens are pretty cool looking. That's the end of chapter 3. Here's chapter 4, Griffinstone. The griffins are pretty cool, huh? I still can't believe that in the episode of The Lost Treasure of Griffinstone, that this creature, a cyclops that looks like a goat, pretty creepy. That's the end of chapter 4. Here's chapter 5, The Crystal Empire. This is the only story that I have for it. It's a short one. This story, is the one Princess Celestia told Twilight about. Here's Chapter 6, Discord's Defeat. It's another short story, but it has so cool pictures. Which was also told by Princess Celestia to the main 6. Here's Chapter 7, The Hearth's Warming Story, and it's a bit long. Here are the 3 tribe flags: unicorns, pegasi, and earth ponies. It took me a while to find them. Here's the fire of friendship that defeated the Wendigos. And here's the equestrian flag. That's the end of Chapter 7. Here's Chapter 8, The Legend of Rockhoof. This story is pretty cool. Sorry. I just want this page to stay still. Never mind. Cool volcano, huh? He's all big now. I like his new form. I still can't believe he was strong enough to dig a trench for the lava to go through. That's the end of Chapter 8. And here's Chapter 9, The Legend of Mistmane. This story is very colorful and pretty. I like Mistmane. She is beautiful. I still can't believe that her best friend did all of that just because she wanted to be more like Mistmane. I love the part when they did the magic duel. I always love magic fights. 'Cause it's cool. As always, the good ponies always win. Those flowers are beautiful, especially the orchid. Now she's all nice. That's the end of chapter 9. Here's sorry. Sorry for my hand. Here's chapter 10, The Legend of Flash Magnus. And see, here's the thing. I haven't printed out any pictures yet because my printer ran out of ink, so pretty soon I'm gonna be printing out the pictures that go with the story, along with chapter 11, which is coming up soon. Chapter 11, The Legend of Somnambula. I really love this story. I really like Egyptian culture. And like Chapter 10, The Legend of Flash Magnus, I have to wait until I can order more ink for the printer so I can print out pictures for the stories. But chapter 12 is done. It's Star Swirl the Bearded's last journal entry, which is very cool. And I finally got to see what Star Swirl the Bearded looked like. That reminds me of how the elements of harmony were in position. There's Rockhoof, Mistmane, Mage Meadowbrook, Flash Magnus, Somnambula, and of course, Star Swirl the Bearded. And here's Stygian, the one who brought the main 6 together. Get it? The main 6? And these are the artifacts that belonged to them. I actually feel bad for him when he got cast out. But it wasn't his fault that he got turned into the Pony of Shadows. Does that tree remind you of something? 'Cause it does for me. And finally, here's chapter 13, The Legend of Mage Meadowbrook. And it's the last story that I have to finish, which doesn't have any pictures. So, I hope you enjoyed my MLP Story Scrapbook. I posted it on Equestrian Mino, and everybody loved it. I got over 700 likes and over 100 comments. I was so happy. So, thank you for enjoying my video.